Barry Gibb finally unmasks Roy Orbison at 79. Barry Allen Crompton Gibb was born in Douglas, Isle of Man, on September 1, 1946. He's a music legend. He was Hugh and Barbara Gibb's second of 5 children. Everyone knew Barry was destined for music from childhood. His natural talent for songwriting made him special. He started the Bee Gees as a teenager. This was with Robin and Maurice Gibb, his younger twin brothers. The family moved to Redcliffe, Queensland, in the late 1950s. That's where the boys' talent was discovered. Their unique sound evolved from practicing their singing harmonies at local shows. The group soon elected Barry leader. Besides singing, he wrote most of their songs. Later, his high-pitched singing voice became famous. His talent to craft passionate words and catchy tunes was exceptional even then. The Gibb family returned to England in the 1960s for music chances. London gave the Bee Gees their first international fame. Their songs New York Mining Disaster 1941, To Love Somebody, and Massachusetts made them one of the top vocal groups of the time. Barry was good at writing songs that told tales and moved emotions. Fans of all ages connected with him. Barry was the key reason the Bee Gees changed their style in the 1970s. Barry's high-pitched singing style suited disco favorites like Staying Alive, Night Fever, and How Deep Is Your Love. That era's soundtrack was these songs. Their songs for The Wolves, a Saturday Night Fever film, made them music icons forever. Winner of Grammy Awards, the soundtrack sold tens of millions of copies worldwide and made everyone think of the Bee Gees when they heard disco. Barry's powerful voice and songwriting made him a music legend. Islands in the Stream, the Bee Gees' final studio album, completed a major musical era in 2001. With its signature harmonies and emotive storytelling, this album marked the conclusion of decades of revolutionary work that had altered pop, disco, and rock music. Barry Gibb continued to remain innovative after the Bee Gees' recording career ended. It marked a personal and collaborative new phase. Barry recorded with friend and music superstar Michael Jackson in 2002. They recorded All in Your Name because they respected each other and wanted to utilize music to promote togetherness and love. Mixing Barry's loving manner with Jackson's powerful energy, the single tribute the two music icons' friendship. Fans hailed the cooperation as a legendary meeting. Barry remained current in a fast-changing music industry. Barry worked on numerous personal projects during the decade. His supporting vocals on his son Steve Gibb's Living in the Rain were one of the most emotional moments of this time. In addition to musical assistance, Barry was proud to see his children continuing the family's artistic history. Barry also released poignant songs like Drown on the River, Gray Ghost, Daddy's Girl. These songs displayed his versatility, from American-inspired storytelling to serious ballads to emotional fatherhood sentiments. He became a judge on American Idol's 6th season in 2007, solidifying his status as a music elder. For millions, watching him mentor performers was motivating. His presence gave credibility, warmth, and wisdom as he pushed new individuals to pursue their aspirations with the same enthusiasm that took him from humble origins in Australia to international superstardom. Barry met a new generation of Bee Gees fans through this job, letting people see the guy behind the hits' humanity and artistry. Barry was a great songwriter and producer outside of the Bee Gees. He wrote successful songs for Barbra Streisand, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, Diana Ross, Dionne Warwick, and others. His songwriter flexibility allowed him to write successes in pop, country, and R&B with the same sensitivity and melodic skill as his performances. Barry carried the Bee Gees' legacy with elegance and strength after the 2003 and 2012 deaths of his brothers Maurice and Robin. Despite these challenges, he spoke lovingly of his brothers and honored their legacy via music. He is a revered musician and symbol of strength and dedication due to his perseverance. Barry has almost 60 years of experience. He has sold hundreds of millions of records, won several accolades, and been honored by the music business. The Bee Gees entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. In 2010, Barry Gibb was knighted for his music and humanitarian work. These awards confirm what fans always knew. Barry Gibb's musical achievements are ageless and immeasurable. Barry Gibb, a budding success as a member of the Bee Gees with his siblings, married Maureen Bates on August 22, 1966. Barry was in his late teens and juggling music and marriage. Barry's early life with Maureen, before the family's renown surged, was quieter and more grounded than his later existence as an international celebrity. Their marriage wasn't intended to last. Barry's fast-growing music career and the problems of adjusting to married life at such a young age strained the relationship. The union failed despite their efforts. Barry divorced Maureen after fewer than 4 years, terminating his early personal adventure. Barry learned to blend fame's intensity with love and responsibility during their brief relationship. A few years later, Barry Gibb found true love. Barry's lifelong marriage began on September 1, 1970, his 24th birthday. He married Miss Edinburgh-winning English beauty Queen Linda Gray. Admaid Linda. Read about her beauty, brilliance, grace, and support. Barry and Linda had a strong connection from the start, and their marriage became one of the longest in entertainment. This marriage gave Barry stability and continuous support, unlike his first, something that helped him and his siblings rise to greater renown in the 1970s. With the Bee Gees' global success, Barry and Linda developed a huge, loving family. Each of their 5 children brought delight and richness to their life. Stephen, their first son, became a respected musician and songwriter and performed alongside his father and uncles. Ashley, their second son, focused on family and personal interests instead of fame. Travis, Barry and Linda's third son, lived more privately, indicating how they were free to follow their own path without being overshadowed by their father's history. Barry's relationship and respect for Michael Jackson inspired the name of their youngest son, Michael. Finally, Alexandra, the youngest and only girl among her 4 brothers, balanced the family and was loved by Barry and Linda. Barry always stressed his love for Linda and their children. Barry stressed family and relied on Linda through life's ups and downs, despite his busy schedule as a world-famous musician, songwriter, and performer. In the spotlight, their marriage, a unique example in show business, got stronger over time, giving Barry the love, loyalty, and grounding he needed to continue a career spanning more than 6 decades. Barry Gibb, the final Bee Gees member, has carried the weight of his family's magnificent musical heritage and his friendships with some of the 20th century's greatest performers for decades. Roy Orbison, with his haunting voice, dark sunglasses, and mysterious presence, was a rock and roll icon. Barry Gibb, 79, has revealed his lifelong love for Roy Orbison. His music journey was molded by his motivation and connection with this fellow artist. Barry claimed Roy had one of the best voices he had ever heard. It went beyond singing. It looked like he was pulling something from heaven. That voice conveyed every anguish, joy, and longing. No one could match Roy. Barry Gibb recalls how Roy Orbison's music was a revelation as a young guy growing up with his siblings Robin and Maurice. Elvis Presley inspired many aspiring musicians, but Orbison's Crying, Only the Lonely, and Oh Pretty Woman taught Barry and others how powerful real emotion can be in music. Barry remembered Roy's catchy, melancholy songs. You felt like he was speaking your story when he sang about loneliness and loss. I think every artist seeks honesty. Barry admired more than music. His first meeting with Roy Orbison was weird and humbling. Barry said Roy was quiet offstage. When licked, he wasn't a big personality. The HTS were off. Gentle and shy, he was polite. When he took the microphone, he became a giant. It was like a transformation. That always amazed me. In the music industry, the Bee Gees and Roy Orbison met often. Barry said those interactions always left a mark. Roy never had ego. Understanding that people in this field often get caught up in their own legend is crucial. Roy needed to say little. Let his music speak. He became even more powerful, in my opinion. Barry also mentioned Orbison's career ups and downs, like the Bee Gees. Roy had personal catastrophes after topping the charts in the early 1960s, in a time of lower music sales. Orbison gained new fans in the late 1980s by collaborating with Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, and George Harrison as the Traveling Wilburys. Barry was amazed at Roy's return. It was like the world suddenly realized Roy was timeless, as some of us had always known. Voice didn't age. His art endured. He became more strong over time. Barry was inspired and saddened to see Roy ascend again, especially since Orbison died, tragically aged 52 in 1988. Barry said the news shattered him. I felt that the world had lost a treasure and was grateful to have heard him sing live. When I could meet and befriend him, Barry Gibb now realizes how much Roy Orbison's influence still permeates his songs and popular culture. Every time I enter a studio, I wonder if Roy would approve. Would he believe it? Roy was never phony. All of us inherited his legacy. Barry ended his tribute to Orbison with tenderness and reverence. Roy was more than a singer. He was a spirit, passion, and something more than us. He showed me that music isn't about bragging, about truth. I'll always owe him. Barry Gibb's words at 79 are a tribute and confession. His admiration for Roy Orbison is clearer with age after decades of fame, loss, and survival. This fact connects the man in the dark glasses and the final Bee Gees sibling, who continues to honor honesty, melody, and remembrance.